Admissions have kept our page up to date, so we've got a link to Moodle, a link to the blog, a link to the Ultranet, the department and the college web, which will be changing. Okay.
A link to God.
Now, I'm going to make you do it again. By clicking on the Moodle button, get the lovely orange thing coming up, your network password will get you into Moodle. If you've never been onto Moodle before, you don't have to do anything exciting except put in your name, your first name, yes please, your surname, your Edgemail or your school email. So your school email is your TO number at sandringhamsc.vic.edu.au or your Edgemail down there. And there's one more, see where the asterisks are? There's one more asterisk a bit further down, so just scroll down.
I agree.
You need to select a city or town, Paris, it can be anywhere in the world. And you can see that the very clever Dave has knows that Enza is a staff member. So she keeps scrolling down. When she gets ready to put on a photo, she can put a photo on.
Assassin.
Keep going, keep going. So all this stuff you don't have to worry about, and you just click Update Profile. So all you need is your first name, your last name, your email, and your city. Okay, so breadcrumbs across here. Click on Home. Okay, so now this is Enza's profile, and we go back to the front and scroll down. It's like having an electronic whiteboard. How exciting. Now, what domain do you teach in? English? Okay, so Enza's going to click on English, and there's VCE English. So we're going to click there, and now she's going to add a new course. We've got no courses yet, so add a new course. So full name, so when you're creating your course, put your name in it, so particularly if there's like a million different English courses, because the kids need to know who they're looking for. And just call, yeah, yep. Beautiful. And so scroll down a bit.
Is that what you mean by course number?
Yeah. It's fine. You can jot something down in here, just explaining a little bit about what it is. The format, I tend to, with the VCE classes, with my VCE, I tend to use the topics format and actually break it down into outcomes. So the topics format's fine, and then how many topics, weeks, so on. Now keep scrolling down. Keep going, keep going. Don't need to worry about this. This is available to students, so students will be able to see it and be able to enrol. Now, some of you who joined some of the courses I've set up for staff will see that I haven't made you students, I've made you participants. So you can change your words. We set up one for the Japanese classes, and so teacher is sensei, and I can't remember what student was, but she set those ones up. So just click on Save Changes. And you can go back and add and change this. Your course is done. So now to click on to edit your course to get your stuff onto it, click on the link itself. That's it. Now at the moment there are your topics. Over here on the right is the turn editing on. So if you turn the editing on, you'll see that this page will quite substantially change. Now if you click one of these drop-down boxes, the one add a resource, you can add a file or a folder. So if I've got a whole heap of resources on one topic, I'll create a folder and then add those resources to it. if I just have the one file, just a file, or a web page. The rest of it you can leave at the moment. History teacher at my last school used to use labels a lot to set the scene for her students, so whether it was the Russian Revolution or whatever. Now, over in activity, this is the great part where you get the kids to be able to talk to you and interact with you. So you can have them doing online assignments, you can have a chat, you can have multiple choice, there's a database, a forum. The forum is like a discussion board, a specific glossary, lesson, quiz. A SCORM package is something like, how many of you have been to Fuse on the department site? Some really great resources on Fuse that you can just download as a zipped file and plonk straight into here, and it all works really well. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And so on and so forth. Thank you very much. So now Enza can go and, one last thing I'll do just as you. When you, where are you? I don't know why this is happening, and it's only been since the last thing. You need to go into the users and to enrolment methods and open up the eye of self-enrolment so that the students can enrol themselves. Otherwise they can see the course but they can't get into it. Okay. Yeah, the eye opens up and then you can see it.
Suze, I'm getting RSI holding this thing.
That's why I was trying to video
I'm watching this.
I'm tilting it. I'm trying to get the whole thing in, like zooming and stuff.
It's going to be good, is it?
It's alright. You're up close now.
Zooming in the wrong place there.
It's not live, is it? Hello.
Yeah, live stream. Okay, so on here there's the information on the different domains, the domain leaders, some college-wide information, the website group, some stuff on the various different campuses. And this could be where your staff association and stuff can set up groups. You can make your group extremely private, that no one else can even enrol in it. At the moment, I've got some of my courses that are quite open and will allow guests to come and visit. Some of the doors mean that you can go in and visit, and you don't have to actually enrol in the course. Are there any questions?
What's the file size?
I've got up to 20 meg. If you want it bigger, took Dave and I a couple of hours to work through find out in the code, in the PHP, exactly where we needed to change it, but we know where it is now. So if you need it bigger than 20 meg, let me know, but 20 meg should be a fairly good size. You've all got Acrobat on your notebooks, so you should be able to reduce the file size. How do the kids get on? They're exactly the same way. So their student codes and their network passwords. So exactly, the kids, I haven't had a problem with anyone getting on. It's been really, really smooth. Sorry? From home, absolutely. And I use it with my Facebook group, and I sent out a thing on how to set up your Facebook groups last night. I send out a message or a reminder to my kids through Facebook to say that don't forget your Moodle homework's due, blah, blah, blah. And the kids have actually said to me, that's been fantastic because I forget, or it's really good to be reminded and so on. Do you want me to go further through anything, or come and see me, have an explore, have a play?
Can you open one just to so people can see it?
Yeah.
No worries, Suzanne. I've got you. Great. Just hold that one for another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if Kathy actually wants to open because she didn't put maps on there.
I enjoyed that one.
I gave blood today. I've been doing good. I've been.
And if there's not courses,
She keeps going in and off screen, so I have to keep following her around.
okay, this is my my Year 12s. Now I've got a forum. I've got a link here to a Google Doc where I've asked them to, and this is where I start differentiating and finding out what their backgrounds are.
This one's great.
They fill me in on their details. I've just done a whole bunch of multiple choice and quick answer questions. I've got useful links. Digo is an online social bookmarking application, and it's absolutely fantastic, similar to Delicious, but I can actually share my groups of different books. So
Suzanne, you know that's the survey that you had?
Yeah.
Why don't you show them what you look at? Once the kids have actually filled out all the survey, it's fantastic. It just puts it in a table for you.
Bunny.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
testing it.
So, let me go back on.
So here's all of my links on different fibres and fabrics and so on, and different sketches, lots of different stuff.
What's that side again, sorry?
Digo.
Oh, Digo.
Digo, and it's awesome. And you can create a Digo applet that sits on your browser, and you can just bookmark things as you go. I'd love down the track to have a hands-on session with as many people as possible. Now, with your Facebook stuff, it does, and we're trying to get our kids to be ethical and responsible users. You're not supposed to actually have fake names on Facebook. I didn't read that rule before I created my fake name.
What's your fake name?
Suzette Sandy.
Oh, I thought it was like Jaja. Gigi or something. I don't know. When someone says fake
No,
name.
it was taken.
Oh. Gigi? Or
Okay, so that purple document looks to me, when I get it, like so. So I've got their email for my Year 12s. I've got their phone numbers here. So they've answered the questions. So can you thread an overlocker? No. What's a normal seam allowance? So I need to go and get these guys in order. So that purple document is what they filled in, and this is what I get. So I can then print out that and have a whole range of all the information. I have to teach them how to do overlocking.
Okay.
Got links to folios. I won't take you there. So they're all just websites. The design briefs. This is an assignment that I set them. And so there are 9 submitted assignments. So
It's better than Monday, Suze.
Huh?
It's better than Monday.
Yeah. And so I can go through and see most of them have resubmitted bits and pieces. Surprise, surprise, Darcy hasn't counted anything in. And some of them have actually emailed me their stuff as well. So this was the first one we did, and some of them got a bit confused. So I'm able to click on their work and then give comment on, and those boxes actually open up bigger as you're typing, so they just keep going. Hello. Hi.
So that comment box, if any student goes onto there, do they see all
No,
those comments?
they only see themselves, and they only see the comments that I've made on their work. So they only see any stuff that they've put on, or if they need to resubmit it. So yeah, this is a teacher view clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they only see their stuff. But it's fantastic because at a glance you can see, well, no, Leonie, you haven't handed it in. It's not there. So it's not going to be lost in the email system. Oh, I sent it. I really did. And I'm sure no one's had that story before.
Can you crack open a window?
And yeah, so I've got it split up into the outcomes, and I just keep adding bits and pieces to it. So really simple, lots of resources out there, and I've spoken for long enough.
And I think the message is you've just got to get in and play.
One more thing. The reason why you need to get your stuff on. All of you have got access. We should have at this campus in particular access for each student to have access to a device whenever they need it. So we are at the stage where we've got enough devices where we can be one-to-one. So for those students to be using those technology tools effectively, you need to be giving them stuff that they can use 24/7 and access it when they're at home or when they're here. So it's not a matter of, I've just got to ignore it. All of this money and infrastructure has been spent. It's an expectation that you're going to be coming online.
So students who don't have computers at home, and I came across 2 of them yesterday, which I find quite bizarre, can they take them home?
We are working out a process where we're going to have some at each library where they will be able to be borrowed to go home, yes.
And would they be able to borrow them for the year?
Well, that's what we've got to work out, but yes, down the track.
How soon?
As this term, hoping, start of next term at the latest. That's something Alan and I are trying to work out the nuts and bolts on.
Because we're so much into this now, and you just do this assumption that they can do it, and then I had a couple of kids say, well, we do it.
Absolutely.
And the a long way away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they have to take turns with their brothers and sisters, and then I'll add on the computer. And
yeah. Or I was doing the wrong Facebook thing, and Mum's banned me.
Do we know if the school has a policy or is moving on one for the students who have their own laptops to get them connected to the network?
Yeah, we're waiting for the next configuration of Egistar.net to be rolled out so that the students will, like we've got the EDU 001. There's an EDU 002 being rolled out. We're waiting for that to roll out because at the moment the technicians would have to handle every device, and just with a whole range of situations they don't want to be touching the students' devices in case something goes wrong and they're held liable for it. And so the department is rolling this out. As to when it will get here, how long is a piece of string? So I'm pushing for sooner.
Access to the internet if they have a blue
Yes,
cable
they can connect on the blue cable
in any room.
with a PC type thing.
Thank you, Suzanne. Pause now, pause.
Okay.